Hello!
And welcome to
The Family Bob and Enya! If you don't know, I'm Bob.
I'm Enya.
And we like Disney cruises.
So much, that's all we spend our money on.
Yeah. So we've been on quite, how many have we been on? 7?
7.
7. Gold, we're goldies over here. We're coming up for a
Platinum.
cruise. Yeah, we'll platinum next. We are at the moment, I think 48 days away from going on the Disney Treasure, which is quite exciting. I don't know how long it'll be when this video comes out because we're filming a few in a day and they'll come out at some point. But today we have our top 10 tips for first timers on a Disney cruise.
And some bonus ones because we like to talk Disney Cruise Line.
Yeah, so we don't know how long this will take, but Enya's got it written in her book. We'll try and be concise. So here's some intro for you and we'll be straight back after that. And we're back.
Right. Biggest tip.
Biggest tip.
Top tip. Number 1. It's the reason it's the number 1
The number
because
one
it's the most
top
important.
tip. It's also the first thing you should do.
It is. Download the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app.
Yeah, because they have a really cool countdown that tells you each day how long it's going to take, and then the numbers like
That is also very fun.
the zeros are all like characters' faces and things like that. So that's cool.
The Navigator app is basically everything that you are going to use when you are on the ship.
Yes.
But you can download it in advance. When you go onto it, instead of going, I'm on board, you just say, at home.
At home, side face. Yeah.
Click on that, it brings you through. It will show you everything in regards to your cruise. It will tell you the outstanding balance.
That is useful.
It will give you a countdown as to how long it is until you get on your cruise ship. It will have all of your information on there when it comes to your port arrival time, all of the different things that need to go in with that. So all of your attachments, like if you need your ESTAs, things like that, that will all be in there.
Yeah.
It will also give you a general kind of itinerary of what you're going to be doing each day.
Yeah.
It will tell you the ports you're going to be stopping at. You will also be able to book in for your drinks classes, your princess gathering. You are going to be able to make changes to your dining. You can put in there for requests for late or early dining. You could also put in for any dietary requirements. It is everything on that app.
And I'm pretty sure now you can pay your gratuities on the app, can you?
Yes, you can. You can now go on and you can just click to have your gratuities added on, and you can just pay it directly off of the app. Before, you were going to have to ring up Disney Cruise Line itself to put them on and then pay it. So this is just, it's much easier.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, Disney adds on tips basically for your servers and your stateroom host who come in and like make you towel animals and things like that. So they add that on automatically. You can go and take it off, but if you don't take it off, they'll charge it to your room.
Yeah.
At some random point throughout your cruise. And if you don't have a credit card linked on there, it'll just take the money from your account. And us not having a US credit card, it'll just take the money from our Revolut account, which is what we use. So it is kind of nice to know in advance that you've paid that and it won't just randomly come out of your account.
But basically everything you need is on that app.
Yes.
And it's pretty easy to
It's really easy to use.
To go through and everything. It just sometimes is a bit of an issue in that it doesn't want to fully load through.
Yeah, you do have to force close it a few times. When you're on the ship, it's really good. When you're at home, sometimes it's not as good.
Yeah. But yeah, download the app.
Download the app.
Tip number 2.
2.
This is in regards to your port arrival time.
Very important.
So when you are getting on a Disney cruise ship, what you will need to do is you will need to check in for your cruise. You will be allowed to do it a certain number of days before your cruise.
Yeah.
So depending on your status, you will be allotted it either like 90, 60, 30 days out.
You can't even get 90.
I think so.
Wow, that's really good.
Like, that's what's in my head, but I could be
I thought
wrong.
it was 30 and then like 31, 32, 35, something
No,
like
it's more than that.
that. Okay.
But anyway, so generally as a first timer, you will be just given a 30-day point. At this 30-day mark, you are able to check in for your port arrival time. The port arrival time is not your boarding time. Everyone thinks it's your boarding time. It's not. It is the time at which you are meant to arrive to the port.
Mm-hmm.
The way that Disney does things is that they will let you siphon through as per your port arrival time. They don't want everyone just being there in big massive groups. If you arrive there early, you may be lucky, you may get in a bit earlier, or you may have to stand out in a queue in the sun.
We've arrived early once before, I think, or maybe twice.
When we were going out of San Diego.
San Diego, we were early, we had to wait outside.
Yep.
When we were going on the Wish, we got there a bit early, and then we were allowed in. They were like, it's okay, you can come in early. And then we did chat to the guy who was doing it, and he may have bumped us a boarding group. So thanks very much, nice guy. He said, don't tell anyone. So don't tell
Bonus
anyone.
tip, be nice to the crew members.
So they
can give you some pixie dust.
They can. So he was a nice guy. Anyway, but it is quite important because it gives you your boarding group based on your arrival time, which is then when you can get on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this ranges from 11, half 11, quarter past 11, I think it's
So
earliest,
11:15.
to about 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So if you think, like, that's 4 hours of your cruise, and depending on how long your cruise is, that might be quite a big portion of it. And the ship's also considerably quieter at that point.
Yeah.
Because people are either aren't on board, or they're trying to get to the rooms to unload things, or they're just confused and they're wandering around. So things are really quiet at that point. Mm-hmm. And it's a great time to have a look around. Kids Club's open. It's always fun to go in, because you can then go and play with everything, and the buttons and the Star Wars stuff's really cool. You should go check that one out. But you can go and check that out, have a look around, because they don't normally let grown-up kids in there.
Mm-hmm. It will open up at 12 o'clock 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so midnight Florida time.
Okay.
For us, that's 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Based on your other time zones,
Depends where you are.
go on to Google, it'll figure it out for you. But it will open up at that time. You want to be on there.
You want to be on there ready with all your things.
Yeah.
Enya always has all our stuff ready, prepared. You need like your Estas, your pictures. You need pictures of yourself looking pretty. You don't always have to look pretty, but it's better than going, oh no, I need a picture. It's 5 a.m. It's half dark. You know, your bag's on your eyes, etc.
Yeah. You need photos.
Take them in advance.
You need photos because that's how they scan in your identities. It links to your Key to the World cards. Then when you're going on and off the ship, they just click it. Your photo comes up. They know, cool, you're okay. So you need to put photos. You need to have all of your information in regards to yourself. Full name, date of birth, address, email, contact number,
card that's going on the account,
onto the account, passports, and as I said, if you're needing a visa, for us, we have our Estes, we have everything ready to go. If you have downloaded the app before this, you can do it via the app, and that way you can just take pictures of everything on your phone, and then you just go onto it, start everything up, and you just select from your phone and it links up to it.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes the app doesn't work.
And you have to go on the website page and it will work.
But you can do the website page on your phone again, and then you can still just...
Depending on your cruise, you're going to have like a few thousand people trying to check in at that same exact point in time. So it is important, because if you miss it, you end up getting a really late boarding time.
Yeah.
And that can be detrimental to your embarkation day.
Or it can be what you need if you're someone who is flying in the morning of. Wouldn't advise.
That's crazy.
Because you never know what's going to happen. But if you are, or, you know, say that you...
Yeah, maybe you're working in the morning and you just
work
nipping over
overnight,
after.
you know?
You might. There's other reasons for it.
Exactly. It could work out. But if you want to try and make the most of your time on the ship, we would recommend getting an early port arrival time. And you will do that by getting up and going on as soon as you're able to. If you do not get the port arrival time that you want, keep checking back.
People change them.
People will change them. Things will open up. We've had it before where we went, because there was an issue where it thought our flight arrival was a day into the cruise, so it wouldn't let us pick anything earlier than 3:30.
Yeah.
And then...
Which was after they thought our flight was arriving.
Yeah. So then, at the time, there wasn't really anything else for us to select. We changed it. After we realised the mistake, went back on a couple of days later. we got to 1, and then I think we got even earlier to like 12:30.
I phoned them. Actually, it's what happened.
Yeah, you phoned them to find out what the issue was.
why has this not happened? And they said, oh, it's because your things, like the flight times has been put in wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think we put it in wrong. I think it was just a glitch on the system.
Yeah.
And then they moved it earlier, and then you're right, we did change it a few times.
We did change it again.
And that was the one we also got bumped on. So actually it worked out all right. But, but yeah, you can always keep checking because people will move them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the olden days when you're booking your dining or your fast passes for Disney World, and you just keep looking, going, oh, someone's dropped one there, I'll take that one. Yeah. It's a bit like that.
Exactly. So that is tip number 2.
Tip number 2.
Tip number 3 doesn't relate to us, but will relate to a lot of people who are going onto a Disney cruise for the first time, because Disney is obviously aimed at a lot of families. Mm-hmm. They have the best kids clubs of any
in the world
of the cruise ships. We've never been on any other ones, but having listened to enough podcasts, I know it to be true.
We have played in them a few times as stated on Embarkation Day, and I enjoyed myself. So
they're a lot of fun. But what you can do is you can pre-register them for the kids club. Again, you can do this on the app. If you do it ahead of time, you don't then have to go on Embarkation Day and go and queue in a big queue. There's always a big queue.
A lot of people trying to do this. Another reason to get early port time.
Mm-hmm. But there's always a big queue of people waiting to register their kids in for the kids club. If you do it ahead of time onto the app, you don't have to do it. So it'll save you a lot of time, and then you get to go and explore other things. It might be that you need that little bit of time to kind of get your kids to want to go to the kids club rather than standing around waiting to register to get them in.
Yeah. So. You know, and then you drop them off, you can go and get your drink of the day, and you can get your food in cabanas, because it's good.
Oh yeah. Tip number 4.
Tip number 4.
Seasickness is a real thing. Be prepared.
Yeah, the ships don't, like, most of them on the Caribbean, right? So it doesn't move very much, but they still move.
Yes.
And if you're not used to it, or if you're in the dining room and it gets really hot and it's sway, sometimes it is quite sway.
Yeah, it can be.
And you're not used to seasickness.
We had issues. We couldn't go to Catalina Island because the waves were so rough that the tender boats couldn't come out. I felt awful that night.
You didn't feel great, no?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I had seasickness tablets with me.
Prepared.
If you need them, either the seasickness patches, the bands,
people put those things behind their ears. I don't know what they do, but that's the thing.
Yeah, the little patches.
Oh, okay.
So just get what you need to have. If you don't have them and you've forgotten, they do have seasickness tablets down at the medical centre.
Yeah, they're just like a box on the door, basically. In deck 1? It's
like deck 1.
I
think it's deck 2.
And you can just go and take some.
It'll obviously depend on which ship you're on. But if you have your handy dandy navigator app,
oh, it'll tell you.
There will be a map on there, so you can find it from that, and then you can know ahead of time. Which was very handy for us when we had to go down and we had to get plasters on the first day, because I was not wearing the correct kind of shoes.
Well, you were wearing the correct shoes for your outfit, but you hadn't worn them in.
No, I was
top
silly.
Tip.
Bonus tip.
Bonus tip, always wear your shoes in.
Yeah. Be it on a cruise or at the parks.
Yeah, exactly. You will do a lot of walking on the cruise ships as well as the parks, so wear your shoes in.
So, be prepared for seasickness.
Yeah, it does affect you. I'm normally okay, luckily, but you know, it could happen, so just be prepared.
Yeah. You don't want that to be the thing that ruins your cruise on you. Tip number 5.
Tip number 5.
You want to try and book everything ahead of time.
Oh, right, yes.
This will be, so if you're on the Navigator app.
Handy Dandy Navigator
app. You will be able to see what is available for port excursions.
Yeah.
Things like drinks tasting classes on the cruise itself. Paolo brunch, dinner, if you're on the newer ships, Enchanté, Remy, everything's going to be on your Navigator app.
And when can we book these in, you?
I don't know.
It's in advance as well.
You can book them in advance.
So we've booked all our stuff for our next cruise, haven't we?
Yeah. It's based off of your Castaway Club status, but it will come up on the Navigator app as to when you're able to book these.
Yeah.
So book them ahead of time as best you can. Usually it will be that you have, I think, up until 3 days before your cruise, before it's then that you're like locked into it. So you can book it ahead of time. If you decide you don't want to go ahead with that, you can always change things around.
Yeah, or if your plans change and things like that.
They go quickly.
Yeah, especially Paolo Brunch. We're quite lucky. We got Paolo Brunch in our first time, and we've had it a couple of times. But it goes very quickly, and I don't expect to get it because it's excellent.
So what I would recommend is if you see something, go ahead, book it in when you're able to. You will have time to change it, so don't worry.
Unless it's a cruise that we're on, and let us book it first.
Off of that point, top tip number 6. Don't be disappointed if you can't get everything that you want.
Yeah, Disney cruises are busy. There's a lot going on, and even the longer cruises, the 7 nights, you think, well, I've got loads of time to do all this stuff. They put on even more things.
Yeah.
So the longer it is, the more stuff just goes on. So you're going to be busy. Yeah. If you want to try and do everything, which we try and do, you're busy a lot of the day. And you're waking up early, you're going to do stuff, you're rushing around, you're skipping dinner because there's other things on that you want to do. Yeah. So you just need to pick what's important for you. Yeah. And you can't do everything.
We're going onto the treasure soon. We are gold status. We couldn't get Paolo.
No.
At all. It's just the run of the game. We're not disappointed by it. We love Paolo. We love Paolo Brunch. If we could get it, it's a bonus.
So good.
If we couldn't get it, it's not the end of the world. We're still going to have an amazing time.
Yeah.
As a first timer, don't be disappointed. You will look into so many things and see how amazing Paolo Brunch is. You will see, oh, the mixology classes look great. You will
Martini class.
Like the martini class. You will see all of these things. And it may be that you're not able to book it. Don't get too upset. Don't get too bogged down by it. It's just something that would add to your holiday. It's not going to subtract from it just because you're not getting to do it.
And normally it means you have to give something up. So if you book Paolo dinner, it means you have to give up another dinner. And depending on what ship you're on, us going on to the treasure, there's one restaurant that we're not as excited about as the other two.
Yeah.
But you don't know your diner rotation, all these kind of things. So when you pick something, you can hope that you're going to not miss out on the thing that you want to do, but it might mean that you then miss something. And if you book your mixology classes, or if you book excursions on your port adventures and things like that, when you're away, you might then miss something else that you wanted to do. So there's things going on all the time, and you can't do them all. It's physically impossible unless you can split yourself into like 4 people.
Exactly.
So don't worry about it, really. Just pick the ones that you want to do, as Stacey would say. Yeah. There's so many things you must do, but only pick the things you really want to do.
The thing is that things will open up intermittently, so just keep checking. Handy dandy navigator app.
And if there's something you really want to do, you can go on the first day of the cruise, on an embarkation day, check your handy dandy navigator app. It'll tell you where to go, and you can go and change. If you don't get the diner rotation that you want, you can change that. If you didn't get Paolo Brunch, or Paolo Dinner, or Remy, if you want to go to that, then you can ask if there's availability. On our last cruise, Enya went on embarkation day and changed our diner rotation to the one that we wanted, and managed to get Paolo Brunch. So they're all things that can be done. We also got Paolo Brunch on the Wish on embarkation day, which it was dinner, sorry. We managed to get dinner on Pirate Night, which is always everyone wants dinner on Pirate Night because the pirate menu's not quite as good, and they don't put the shows and things on the Pirate Night rotational dining. So that's the one everyone's trying to get Paolo at.
So you can always go and you can see, it will tell you on the app where to go for embarkation day. It's not guaranteed.
No.
Sometimes you will be put on a wait list. Sometimes you could be called from the wait list and you can get to do it. Other times you may not get it, but it's not the end of the world. Like, honestly, it's a wonderful thing. It's just going to plus your holiday rather than subtract. So don't worry about it. But if there's things that are really important to you, just make sure that you're checking as early as possible as you can to book them.
And most of the things you add on end up costing you as well. Most of the things that you add, apart from the Royal Gathering, that's free. But pretty much everything else that you add is an additional charge. So think about that as well. If you go, this is what Enya does. She's like, I want this, and then she's like, oh, actually, that's kind of expensive.
And then we subtract.
And then we take some things off.
Add all to cart. Not buying everything, but just putting it in the cart and then singling what I want.
So they will have additionals. And there was sometimes, so when we went to Kathleen Island, as in you said, we couldn't get off and we had ziplining planned and it was kind of expensive. And we were like, we'll do it, but it's kind of expensive. And then it got cancelled and we were like, actually, we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Because we can spend the money on something else.
I think we did a drinks class instead.
Yeah, we could have done quite a few.
Yeah.
So, that is good. But there's also, our first cruise, there was quite a few port adventures we wanted to do and they sold out really quickly. And then the ones that we did were actually really
We had a
good.
great time.
Yeah.
We still had a great time.
So they're all going to be good.
Exactly. Top tip number 7.
Do we do 6? I don't remember doing this.
That was number 6.
Oh, I didn't do this for 6. All right, we're on to 7.
Oh no, I realised. Yes, book ahead, but then it was don't get disappointed. So that was 5 and 6 together.
Okay,
Sorry.
now we're on to 6.
No, that was 5 and 6. We talked about
7.
both.
Now we're on to 7.
Now we're on to 7. We do great at this, even with it written down.
We've actually got not a script. We've got some things written down, and normally we don't have that. We just go words.
Yeah.
Anyway, number 7.
Number 7 is on your first day. If you've been smart, if you've gone, you have downloaded the Navigator app ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
You are sitting in the cruise terminal. You are waiting to get on board. You are able to link onto the ship's Wi-Fi.
Yes.
Because they open up Wi-Fi on embarkation day to allow for people to download the app.
If you haven't got it.
If you haven't got it, and to sort out things before they get on board.
You will be able to use the app throughout your cruise. There's no internet for anything else, but the internet allows you to use the app. So you have access to the whole cruise.
Once you are able to link onto the ship's Wi-Fi, the app changes.
Magical.
And becomes so much more magical because it then lists all of the daily activities that you are going to be able to do on your cruise. It will go day by day and it lists everything. It goes through your trivias, different music that is on, character meet and greets, the shows. Everything is on there. So what you want to do to make your life a little bit easier is you can go through and you can put a little heart on things.
Some of the things are hearted for you. The things it'll heart, like the shows, it'll heart fireworks, Halloween parties if it's a Halloween cruise.
Yeah.
Little things like that where it's like, it thinks this is your must do. You don't have to do them.
No.
But it thinks that's important, so it highlights them for you.
So it will heart them, it will favorite them for you. Go through it while you are there in the cruise terminal.
You're sitting there waiting anyway.
Exactly. It gives you a good idea of what you need to do, and then once you get on the ship you already know what you want to do, what you need to kind of be looking out for, so you can explore the ship a little bit, kind of go, oh, this is the thing that's important to us. We want to meet Mickey. Mickey is going to be in the atrium.
If you want a quiet meet and greet as soon as you get on the ship,
there's a bonus tip.
There's normally characters out from the beginning, and a lot of the times they're just standing there going, come on, who's going to come and speak to me? I want to hand out some nice hugs.
Yeah.
So, even if it's not just that, they're normally really quiet wait times.
Yeah.
So that's a good time to grab the characters in their nautical outfits.
So that's a bonus tip.
Bonus tip.
What I was trying to say is, if you see Mickey is a big thing for you, Mickey, atrium, deck 4, you can go and you can see on the map, okay, this is where he's going to be. So then you know that's where you need to get to. It's definitely the way to go forward. I do it as soon as I'm on. Also, as soon as you link on, you'll be able to see what your dining rotation is.
Yeah.
And that way, if you don't want to start off, so we like to start off in a particular way because I have certain outfits that I want to wear, and if I'm not having the right rotation, then I'm not getting to wear all of the ones that I want to wear at the correct moments. So if it comes up and it's not the one you want, then you know, okay, I'm gonna go to dining reservations and I'm gonna change it.
Normally you'll be seated with other people. On bigger tables you can request to not have that as well if you want to be seated on your own. If you don't like speaking to people, or if there's just a certain reason why, it might be a special occasion, or you just you don't like eating with other people, you can pick food by yourself.
Also, when you go on and once you link up to everything, additional slots will open up for drinks classes and things.
It's a good time to then book things.
I don't know if you can get like Paolo and things on the app if they weren't available before. I think you have to go up and you have to ask. But drinks classes, more of them will open up once you are there on the ship.
Yeah.
Because they seem to keep a certain number back.
I think that's good, because not everyone knows you should book ahead. Not everyone's watching good tips videos like this and is learning all these things before they go.
Yeah. So go through, heart everything that you want. It will send you a little notification.
It will.
Generally half an hour before the certain thing that you want.
Depending on what it is.
Sometimes it'll be half an hour, sometimes it'll be 15 minutes.
Half an hour for shows and things like that.
Yeah. So it'll come up, it'll send you a little notification on your phone and you know, oh, that's the thing that I want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely worthwhile. I think it's really good. For me, it gets me right into the holiday mode and I'm like, cool. I'm a planner, if you couldn't tell.
Really?
So it just gets me even more into, okay, I have the things that I want, I have my priorities, and we go from there.
And there's also some things that are only on like once. So our last cruise, the
Match Your Mate
Mate's only on once. But things like Chip and Dale, they were only out once. There's a few characters, you know, for shorter cruises, things don't happen repeatedly. So if you miss that one slot, then you've missed it. So it's good to know what it is you want to do.
Yeah, know it all in advance.
Know in advance.
Tip number 8.
Tip number 8. That's 9. Tip number 8.
There you go.
Counting. Who knew?
Based off of this, you've gone on, you've hearted all the things that you want to meet all these characters, you want to go to all these trivias, get there early.
Some of the things, yeah. I mean, for shows and stuff, it's kind of self-explanatory. It starts at that time, so turn up a little bit before to get your seats and things.
Yeah, but things like characters, people will start queuing up for characters 15 to 20 minutes early.
Depending on the character as well. When we met Jack and Sally, people were waiting 2 hours before.
Well, we waited 2 hours.
We waited 2 hours,
yeah,
and we turned up like an hour before because we thought it was going to be busy, and there was a big queue.
Yeah.
So.
So generally,
not.
If it's not like a very specialised character like Jack and Sally,
people wait 5 hours in the parks for them. So,
yeah, exactly.
So it's all right.
But for like the ones like Mickey, Minnie, and all those, but obviously if they're in their different outfits, you want to keep checking back. They will open up the queue earlier. People will go and start queuing 15, 20, half an hour.
Depending on the character. Sometimes it's not that long. But
the thing is they will basically have it open for a certain period and then they will stop the queue.
They'll close the line. The cast members will say, this is the last person and now you're queuing for somebody else who will be coming out.
Usually how they do it is you will see on the apps, it'll say that Mickey is out for 15 minutes. It's not that Mickey is out for 15 minutes, it's that is the amount of time they will allow for the queue to build up. Then they will cut it off. No one else is seeing Mickey.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to be disappointed, do get there early. It's the same with trivias. Trivias can fill up very quickly.
You can normally get in, but sometimes you don't get seats.
Well, even at that, it's like, so on the Wish, a lot of the trivias are done in the bayou. There's people on the floor, there's people sat all over.
Yeah.
There's people basically having to be outside on the corridors trying to listen in. And it's because they haven't been able to secure a spot. So if there's things that are important to you, get there early. It's the same for the shows. If you want to be down at the stage to be able to see the characters really well, if seeing the fireworks is a bit more of a priority, then you want to be up and kind of on
sail away party,
the like deck 11, sail away party, you know, all these things that are important to you. Do try and get there a bit early because it will save you being disappointed.
Yeah, especially for things like the sail away party that there's only one of, so everyone goes to that. And then if you want to get a spot that you can either stand up and see down, or you want to be close so you can join in the dancing, that's my top tip. I'd pick that over a good view because dancing's always fun. But yeah, get there early.
Tip number 9.
Number 9.
You don't have to get off at every port.
You do not. In some cases, you probably shouldn't.
You do not have to get off of every port. If it is a case of you think it's going to be too much for your family, don't feel like you're going to be missing out. Don't feel like you have to get off at every port. I mean, we have prioritized staying on the ship over getting off at certain ports before. We didn't do Grand Cayman because we got Paolo brunch.
We were there for like 3 hours and then we missed Grand Cayman,
We never do Nassau because we're not interested in anything and we would rather see more of the ship.
Yeah, we've been to Nassau 5 times and we've never got off.
No. Because we don't want to.
A lot of people don't. The ships are quite busy on that side of the day.
So we intentionally chose the Eastern Caribbean on the Treasure because we wanted to have more time on the ship.
More sea days.
So there's more sea days. We also have done the Western before,
Yeah,
so that was a bonus, but it was we want to have more time on the ship. We've picked to do things at the ports, but it's because they're interesting and because we can kind of get them so that they're earlier in the day with the ones that we've picked, so we get more time on the treasure.
It does depend on your ship. And so that a week on the treasure where hopefully we can do all the things. Well, we did a 4-night on the Wish and it was manic, and we missed a lot of things because we were trying to do a lot of the Wish specific things, and we obviously didn't get off in Nassau, but some of the ships got more to do than the other ships, but there's always things that are put on by the cast member which are always really fun as well. So especially sea days, there's always good fun stuff on sea days.
Yes,
they're the best ones.
But it can be that you don't get off and you just enjoy the ship. Sometimes the ship is a bit quieter, and there's certain things that you want to do. Going on the aquadunk.
Yes.
The aquaduck.
Yes.
The aqua mouse.
Yes. Do them all.
All 3 of those. Sometimes if it's on a port day, it can end up being really quiet and you can just go around to your heart content.
Just go round and around and ride the aquadunk 5 times or 6 times in a row like I did.
That's it.
Yeah.
So it just all depends on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't feel like if you're not doing everything and you're not getting off at all the ports that you are missing out. Because you're not.
Because I used to feel a bit like that. That, like travel you'll FOMO, that's the word, and you're like, well, I've got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, and actually you don't have to do it, because if any time you choose to do something, you're missing on something else.
Yeah, exactly.
So pick things you want to do, and even if you don't castaway and things like that, you can get off for a bit and then you can go back on it after lunch or whatever, go back on early and do more of the other stuff. When we were on Lighthouse, we left early, one because it was too hot and we were nearly dead, but also because there was Halloween stuff we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, we had prioritised things that we wanted to do over other stuff. So don't feel you have to get off.
Which leads into our last top tip, which is have fun.
Have fun. Top tip number 10. Enjoy yourself.
Have fun. It's your holiday.
You do you.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah, if you want to just lie by the pool. And,
lie by the pool.
Yeah, and eat, especially if you're on the Wish or the Treasure. The deck food is just excellent. Mickey's Friendship Festival Foods.
Festival of Food.
That one. The food's good there. But if you just want to lie on deck and eat food and watch the films on the Funnel Vision, do that. If you want to run around and try and do as much as possible, and then when you get home you're exhausted like us,
yeah, do that.
Then do that.
If you want to skip out on main dining because it's not your scene,
yes,
skip it.
We had a 7-night cruise and we went to dining twice. Yeah. So
you think the shows are too long, and if you've got little kids and you think it'll be too long for them, they won't be able to hold their attention for that long, just don't go to it. It is completely your holiday.
Yeah.
It is your cruise to do it as you wish, and you will have an amazing time no matter what, so long as you allow yourself to have fun, to not get down that you've not managed to do everything,
because you won't achieve everything,
and to just be willing to give anything a go.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse is there to give hugs to kids of all sizes.
Absolutely. He's good at hugging.
Exactly.
Who is also is Donald, because Donald's a legend.
Donald's number 1.
He is number 1. But Goof gives great hugs,
yes,
and
he does.
Pluto's always super fun as well. And of course your sassy Daisy Duck always gives a laugh. And we can't forget Minnie. And Chip and Dale. Chip and Dale are so much fun.
Yes.
Because of the 2 of them as well, and there's 2 of us, and we tend to muck about, have little dances, and it's all good. It's all good. You enjoy yourself. You do what you want to do.
So those are our top 10.
Top 10, because that's a good catchy headline for the video. Top 10 first time Disney cruise tips.
But we do have some little bonus
ones.
Because
just for you.
We can't help ourselves. If you are an adult over the age of 21, and you are wanting to save some dollars here or there, you are able to bring on 2 bottles of wine or 6 cans of beer per person, per stateroom, per port. So it means on embarkation day, I could have 2 bottles of wine.
Yeah.
Bob could have 6 cans of beer.
Yeah.
Or we could both have 6 cans of beer. Or we could both have 2 bottles of wine. And we can bring them onto the ship. You do need to take them as your carry-on.
Yeah.
You can't pack them.
Bear in mind, you will have to carry them for your significant other.
Exactly.
Around everywhere you go. So if you've got 12 beers, it's kind of heavy.
But still. But
some money.
it is a way that you can have some drinks that you may get a little bit cheaper than being on the cruise with.
And you can do them on every port as well. So obviously Castaway don't sell that, but when we were in Mexico we bought some wine back on with us.
Yep, because we went to a vineyard and we brought some on with us, and that was great. We
accidentally got too much and had to drink one on the bus. But we managed it, so it was okay.
Exactly.
But you can't bring back on spirits because they take them off you and you
they
get
will
them
take
at
them
the end
from
of the
you.
day.
Exactly.
But yeah, but that's a good thing. That's a good tip for saving some money.
Also, in terms of the beverages, check out the drink of the day. It's on your handy dandy navigator app. It is down the bottom. It is a reduced cost cocktail of the day. It's usually about kind of $6.50
plus 18%,
there
which
you
they
go.
add on the gratuity. Our first cruise they didn't, and then after that they've added them on as per normal. So everything has an 18% gratuity on it.
So it's a discounted drink, but it's a lot of fun. Also in that vein, morning drinks.
Morning drinks. We just found this one out.
Yes. So mimosas, screwdrivers, and Bloody Marys are all discounted before 12.
$5 before 12 for a morning drink. So you get yourself a mimosa pre-12 at some trivia on C Day. You're having a good day, aren't you?
Exactly. I feel like just you can clearly see where our hearts lie. Because then you also have the beer token.
The beer token is good actually. And depending on what ship you're on. So you get I'm gonna grab them. This is your standard Disney Cruise Line glass, which is, I don't know, they do it in ounces and I don't know what that means. But it's, if you order a beer, you'll get it in a certain size.
Isn't it like 16 ounces or something?
I don't know. But if you order this one, it's slightly bigger for the same price.
Yes.
So you buy this, it's like $21.
I think so.
And you can take it home. This one I took home. I also have a card for that you can then take back and just keep using on all your cruises. So you then exchange it. You have a card, you exchange it for the glass, you get the glass, you give the glass back, you give you the card. So and then on the day before you leave, or the night before, you can exchange and get a clean glass, or you keep the card for your next cruise. This is your standard one. If there's special events going on, like the 25th anniversary, if you can see, you probably can't see, then you can get this one. So this is the 25th anniversary tankard glass mug.
Yep.
It's a good one. Depending on the ship, if you go on the Wish, you can get this one, and the Treasure has one as well. Which
Treasure has a new mug.
Has a new one, but this one holds quite a bit more beer than this one, and apparently the Treasure one holds even more. So this is all your beer things here. But if you go on to Keg and Compass, 687, O'Gill's, I don't think they do happy hours on the Wish and the Treasure.
I don't know.
All the back bars have happy hours, but if you go to the sports bar, then it's a 50% off, and you can get one of these bad boys for $3.50, which $350. I mean, you've got a pint for $3.50 here. You'd be delighted with yourself. So that's pretty good.
Again, handy dandy navigator app. We'll have everything listed on there, and we'll mention when there is happy hours. They do it in most of the bars. As I said, the Wish class ships, I'm not entirely sure. But Dream, Fantasy, Magic, Wonder, they all do it, and it's a great time to grab a bar.
Some are better than others. On like the fancier bars, like Keys and things, it's 10% off, so it's not massive. In the sports bars, it's 50%. Signals is 30%. There's a few in and around that mark, but you know, it's good for saving a little bit of cash.
Oh yeah. Another tip, you can bring your own Magic Band with you.
Yes, you can.
You just need to have the new Magic Band Plus.
Magic Band Plus, Magic Band 2 point something.
The newest one.
The newest one, the one that flashes and lights up and
yeah.
things. You can take that on and you can have that instead of your Key to the World card.
Yeah.
So it'll open your door, it'll allow you on and off the ships, things like that. It's not as fun as the Key to the World card.
We like the Key to the World card. But if it's something that you have and something that you would prefer, you can bring that with you. You don't have to get one of the specific cruise ones, unless you want to have a specific cruise one, but they will work. We had some when we went to Disneyland.
We did.
Because we wanted to have them in the parks, and we decided we would get the newer ones because we could reuse them on the ships then as well. So we were just able to link them across. I think I did have to go to guest services for them to activate them and link it up.
You had to be able to do it on the app.
But I think you can now do it on the app. This was when it just started.
The first one. I think we were the first cruise on the Magic that did it.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's another thing. You can just bring your own with you. You don't have to buy the new ones.
It is really handy for opening your doors and things, and then you don't go, oh, have I remembered to put on my lanyard and things like that. but it isn't quite as fun. What you can also bring is popcorn buckets.
Yes, popcorn buckets. You can take them. There's the little concession stands, Preludes, that does popcorn. Popcorn when you go to the theatre shows
It's good fun.
Brilliant, and especially when you go to the cinema either, because there are cinemas on the ship.
There is.
You can go and watch films, and what better ways to have popcorn with it?
And bring your Disney Cruise Line popcorn bucket, which we have of, but...
Exactly. So you go, and basically you will get a reduced cost for your refill of your popcorn.
It was like $1.25 or something.
I believe
it's
so.
It's not very much.
It's very good.
I know it's like $3.50 or $4.50 or something for a normal bucket of popcorn. So
exactly.
Recommend that.
Bring them with you.
Bring them with you.
Another tip, if you want to add a little bit more fun, you can do door magnets.
Oh, definitely door magnets are super fun.
You can tell who wanted this added onto the list.
Oh, there's so much fun decorating your door, and then when you see your sad door at the end when there's no magnets on it, it's really sad. But it is super fun. Door magnets.
There is a lot of Facebook groups that have graphics that you can download that they will tell you exactly what size you need to print them out for if you're going around portholes or things like that. So you can just go and you can make your own ones. You don't have to buy any.
They do sell them on the cruise line now.
Yeah, they do, because they've realised people like it.
Most people make their own.
But it's a really fun thing. It's also a nice, easy way to recognise your door.
Yeah, especially if you've got kids and stuff like that, because all the doors look the same. So you're like, if we come out, we go, which way do you turn when you come out the stairs? You turn towards the skeleton.
That's it.
See, things like that.
It's great. It's just an extra little thing that you could do if you want, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, the doors are all metal, so they're magnetic, so you can just stick them on. And in a lot of places, the walls are magnetic as well.
Yep.
So you can get these hooks and stick them on. You can get these on Amazon and things like that. And then you just stick them on the wall, and then you can hang things up, which makes life way easier, because there's storage, but it's nice to hang up hats and whatnot on the and ears. Ears are always good to hang on the walls.
Yeah, it is. Just an extra little bit, and it doesn't take up any of your wardrobe and your drawer space.
Yeah.
Handy. And then there's another thing that, again, Bob insisted this be put onto the list. He can't remember. But it is, if you want to, if you dress up and make that little bit more effort, you will have the best time.
Super fun. I was terrible at dressing up as a child. I was scared of dressing up. I didn't like it. I didn't like face paint. I still don't like face paint because I was smudged my face. But it was something that I didn't like doing. And now I have a personal dresser who is excellent at making outfits. And also, I'm kind of an accessory to any of the outfits because they're always super fun. But you've got somebody who shares and does the same thing with you. And then Pirate Night is always super fun, dressing as pirates, but dressing for Halloween. And if you've seen...
You get so many good photos.
Oh, it's good. And if you've seen some of our other vlogs, then we may also dress as characters sometimes. Yep. So...
The crew members will be all over you.
Oh, yeah.
They will make a point. You will be remembered by a lot of the characters, which just makes the interaction so much better.
It does. When they remember you from before, and then you've got... We had this a lot on the Dream, because we got engaged on the Dream. Dressed as Mickey and Minnie, and a lot of cast members came up to us and were like, "You're the guys who got engaged," and because obviously we were dressed as Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah.
And then all the characters knew us, and when we were lining up to meet Minnie like recognized us in the queue, and she was looking over and going like, "Look, you got a ring," and things like that. And we didn't get to see her because the queue was cut off, but she still jumped out and gave Annie a big hug because she wanted to see the ring. So kind of doing things, peacocking as I call it, but doing things that makes you stand out.
Yeah. As
long as you then have fun with it, it's a really good thing to do. It's not something we didn't do that much on the first cruise.
No.
We did dress up for Halloween, but we weren't planning to. We just also had our Disney World, our Mickey's Not So Scary outfits with us, so we wore them. But I would recommend it. It's super fun. But
basically, the case is, if you want to dress up, do it.
Yeah, because
if it's something that you want to do and you want to go all out and you want to be fun and have different outfits for all of your dinners and meeting all the characters, don't feel like you're going to be the only one doing it.
No.
You're not.
There's a lot of people doing
it. And if you are the only one doing it, it means all the attention goes to you.
Yeah.
And the characters will eat it up.
Absolutely. Love it.
Right. I think that might be everything.
That's probably quite a long video.
It's probably quite a lot of tips.
That's our top 10 tips with a few bonus tips thrown in.
But Everybody loves a bonus tip.
Absolutely. All right, so there you go. If you are planning a Disney trip, then drop us a message on here or on Instagram, and you'll link our things below, and ask anything you want, or just be like, I want to dress up as this, and we'll go, yeah, do it, that's cool.
We definitely will.
And then maybe check out some of the other vlogs, because if you don't know that much about Disney Cruise Line, then they're there, and they're super fun, and Enid likes to give out information in them as well.
I like to, you know, bring some information to all of the crazy mad fun that we have.
Yeah, we do. Alright, so there you go. We'll leave it there, and we will see you in the next video, wherever that may be. Bye! Bye!